Hey everybody, Ben with Classic Firearms here. Today is Monday, August the 22nd. We're here with our second day of our promotion on our very small lot of K98, German K98 Russian capture rifles that we had. If you'll recall, we did a video last Friday, I think. We released our first batch this morning at 12 o'clock. They sold out very quickly. We appreciate that. We only have 32 of these total. Well, we only had 32 of these total. Now we've got 24. Here's the second group of 8. After this, we'll have 16 and then 8, and then we'll be out of them. Some people have commented on the pricing. These are somewhat expensive. Well, that's the truth. We're not going to make any bones about that. These are expensive rifles. Part of the reason for the pricing is just because of the value that they have now, and the other part is we can't replace them at this cost. There are none to be had. They've been gone. They're not in the country, other than in private individuals' hands right now. So the value is, it's kind of like a 55 Chevrolet. It's worth whatever it's worth to you as the buyer if you're looking for that particular rifle. Now, as far as the grading and the individual pricing on these rifles, I do that to the best of my ability. I'm the one that comes up with it. I grade the bores. I grade them by marking. I grade them on my knowledge of what the individual markings manufacturers bring on the marketplace, and how much more one is worth than the other one is, and so forth. That's where we come up with this. We think they're fair, particularly since you can't buy them. But the truth is, if it's not your cup of tea, hey, turn off the video, don't watch it anymore, and don't buy a K98. We got lots of other stuff to sell. We appreciate your business, but if this is not the rifle for you, then pass on it and let somebody else get it, because there are a lot of people that want them. Having said that, there's one more condition on the sale of these rifles. We're having such a response, such an overwhelming response in such a short period of time when we post these rifles up, that it's virtually impossible for most people to get through. We've heard the feedback on that. We know that it's frustrating to a lot of you. We have a lot of people buying for the same small number of rifles. To that we say, thank you for trying. I wish we knew of a more fair way to do it, but we simply haven't figured out how to be more fair than that. We're trying to tell you the day before exactly what's going to post, exactly what pricing they're going to be at, exactly how many we have, and after that, it's luck of the draw. One thing I do want to tell you, we have a lot of folks calling in and getting a hold of our operators just before these go on sale, so that they'll be sitting on the phone with an operator when we enable the ad. Well, the truth is, that's not really gaining an advantage for anyone, because our operators go through the same online website to process orders that you do. By the time they've answered, waited for the ad to be enabled, we have dozens of people around the country, in some cases hundreds of people around the country, that are already online typing in that order. And in a lot of cases, we've had to go into our customer service room and tell our operators, if you've got someone on the phone, we're sorry, but it's not going to work, because they've just all sold out. We can monitor in real time as they're selling, and they've gone very, very quickly, and we disappoint a lot of people that are on the phone with the operator by telling them, hey, I know we're on the phone, I know we're taking the order, but they're now gone. It's whoever hits the click button first to process the order. Having said that, I'm going to ask, look guys, please call us anytime. We value your business. You're welcome to call anytime. But on this marketing for these K98s and the surplus we're going to do from now until the end of September, we're going to try to limit it to just online orders. Really no sense in keeping our operators tied up when you're not gaining an advantage. And in fact, in most cases, it's slower to do it through the call-in process than it is to do it online. So just online orders for these rifles, please. And having said that, without further ado, Miss Jordan, let's take a look and see what our offerings are for today. We'll start here and go in ascending order today. Our first rifle here is an S27 manufacturer. Serial number on this rifle is 9951D. It was made in 1938. It has a walnut stock with a flat butt plate. All of the German markings are intact, but they're early German pre-war markings. We've done something today that I did not do previously. We've highlighted all of these markings so they'll show up a little better on camera. So Jordan, I'll let you zoom in on those as I turn the rifle over. You can see the two Waffens here, as well as a matching serial number on the barrel and receiver. This is our lowest price rifle on the table today. We have it at $699.99. The Waffens and the markings actually make it probably worth a little more than that, but there is some very, very slight pitting. I'm gonna let Jordan, if you'll come back in here one more time. You'll see just a little bit of frosting here that's been blued over when those were refinished by the Russians. So because of that, we've marked it down a little. My notes say counterboard, but a really good bore, so it should be a great shooter. And that's the first rifle. You'll be ordering by serial number. So again, serial number 9951D at $699. Let's move to our second one. Our second one is manufacturer number 147 Mauser, year of 1940. It is a walnut stock with a flat butt plate. Serial number is 493T, so it's a low serial number. I'm sorry, Jordan, I'll move my hand. You can see this one is just chock full of German markings, War Eagles and Waffens on both sides of the receiver and the top of the barrel. It's a really nice walnut stock. I'm gonna actually pick this one up. If you're looking for a shooter carry gun, I've always liked the walnut stocks. This one also has some cartouches in the butt stock. I didn't notice that until just now. But I've always liked a walnut flat butt plate because they're lighter in weight. And let's see what we said. Counterboard, bore shows some wear, but decent, should be a really good carry shooter. Nice walnut stock, really good markings. We have that one at $799.99. Next rifle is a S147, 1938 year of manufacture. It is a laminated stock with a flat butt plate. All of the German markings are intact. Serial number is 1292A. We're listing this rifle at $899.99. As Jordan continues to show you, you'll see we have Waffen amps on both sides of the receiver. We also have a matching barrel and receiver with good smooth blue on that. Frankly, this rifle is not cosmetically quite as pretty as the rifle that precedes it, but one of the reasons for the additional value in the asking price is because of the bore. It is counterboard, as all of these are, I believe, but this one has a really nice bore. It's probably the best bore on the table. It was bright and shiny with good, clean, sharp, crisp lands and grooves. It is counterboard again, but it's a beautiful bore inside it. I think it'll make a really good shooter. $899.99. All right, let's move on. Our next rifle is a BCD. BCD manufacturer is a really prominent manufacturer in the Mausers and one of the more desirable ones. It is a 1943, so it's a war date, laminated flat shoe fly. All of the markings are intact. I'll move so you can continue with that, Jordan. You see the warbird there on the receiver, as well as the original barrel markings. It's a 1943 rifle with a 1943 BYS barrel, which would be the original barrel to the BCD gun. And you've got a Waffen amp on top of the receiver, as well as the one on the other side of the receiver there. Original 1943 barrel. It is counterboard, but bore is very good plus with strong, clean lands and grooves. That one's at $949 with a good bore. Next rifle, manufacturer 237. It is a walnut stock with a cup butt plate. Again, as we talked about in previous videos, that's my favorite configuration. I love the hardwood stock with the cup butt plate. All of the Eagles and Waffens on this one are intact. You can see matching serial numbers here on both the receiver and the barrel. You can see the Waffen amps here. Manufacturer 237 and 1939. You see more Waffens on the opposite side of the receiver. Again, it's a walnut with a cup butt plate. My markings on this say counterboard, but strong, bright bore with really nice lands and grooves. Again, a walnut with a cup butt plate, my favorite configuration, with a really strong bore and good markings. Serial number 5942A. That one's at $999.99. Next rifle, manufacturer number 660. You don't see so many 660s, so it's one of the more rare manufacturing code stamps. It's a 1940 dated gun, laminated with a cup butt plate. You can really see the heavy lamination in this stock, although it's a darker stock, but you can see all of the nice lamination in it. Looks great. That would probably refinish really well if you want to take some of the darkness out of it, bleach it out a little bit. All of the markings are intact, as well as the barrel markings. It is a low 3-digit serial number gun, serial number 917E. You can see it both on the barrel and the receiver, as well as the War Eagle. See model 660. You see the barrel markings. You see the date of 1940, and a slew of Waffenhamps on the other side of the receiver. Let's see what this one says. It is counterbored, but again, strong bore with crisp lands and grooves. I actually did run a rod through these bores. Didn't clean them meticulously, but we ran a rod in a patch, good enough to see what they've got. They've got some nice bores in this particular group of rifles. Last two, manufacturer AR. If you have the book, you can look it up and see exactly who that manufacturer was for the Germans. It is a war-dated gun at 1943 dated manufacture year, laminated, cupped. It has dual War Eagles, both on the barrel and the receiver, as well as one very prominent and very pretty on top of the receiver with the AR stamping and the year date of 1943. Really smooth bluing on this particular rifle, all the way from top to bottom. Looks really good. Nice lamination. My note on the bore on this one says counterboard, and it says question. Frankly, I'm not sure if this one is or not. The bore shows a little use from standard use, but there's no pitting, has strong lands and grooves. Let me tell you why I'm unsure of the counterbore. Here's an 8mm Mauser round, 7.92mm. On most of the counterboard rifles, when it's counterboard, it'll drop all the way up to the shoulder of the casing. Now, this one is loose on the bullet. It's loose on the bullet. That could just be due to the age or what have you. But let me compare it to one that we definitely know is counterboard, which is, say, the last one here. This is a definite counterboard. Look at the difference. We go all the way up to the shoulder. So the casing actually fits in that. We'll do one more. When they counterbore these, normally they counterbore back. Can you see that, Jordan? I'll bring it down to eye level. When they counterbore these, normally they counterbore them back just behind the front sight. So the rifling stops just behind the front sight. They do that so if there was any damage to the bore itself or the crown, the rifling will be good to hear, and then you won't have the vibration that the front sight causes when the bullet passes under the front sight. If there is crown damage, it actually enhances the accuracy of the rifle. And a lot of these were carried in inclement weather and so forth, had the bore stuck down in the mud or the snow, what have you. When the Russians captured them, it was common to counterbore. Last but certainly not least, probably the nicest rifle we've highlighted over the last couple of days. This is a B&Z. B&Z is renowned as one of the Mauser manufacturers. Again, if you have the book, you can look it up. But just an absolutely beautiful rifle. 1942 war-dated rifle. It's got a very pretty laminated stock with a heavy stainless steel cup butt plate. All of the bluing is very smooth, no pitting that I can see anywhere. All of the War Eagles are intact. You can see one here on the barrel, as well as one on the receiver. You can also see the original barrel markings. You see the Waffen on top of the B&Z, on top of the 42 for the year date. Because this one is the most expensive one on the table, let's highlight it real well. I want you to be able to see it. See the lamination, see the quality of the bluing. I'll show it from both sides. My notes on this say it is counterbored, and the bore is a little frosty right at the chamber end. In other words, right up in here where the propellant first leaves the shell casing. I saw a little bit of frostiness. No pitting, but a little frosty on the lands. It got better as it went, but overall very strong lands and grooves. Now a lot of times one round through with the bullet going through the chamber and down the bore will clean that up, But in all fairness, it was a little frosty right in here. But overall, a very, very nice rifle with a good strong bore. And frankly, folks, I think it's just beautiful. Markings are intact. Jordan, you got enough? All right, very good. I'm gonna have her scan the table one more time, and I'm just gonna be quiet so you can see them. We're gonna post this up. It's going out on an email today, actually this afternoon. Anyone who's interested, you can look at these things overnight. And once again, we're going to enable the ad at noon tomorrow. We'll have the custom options listed by serial number and by price, so you can order the actual rifle that you want. Whether you get through or not is luck of the draw, but good luck. We do have people buying rifles every day. And these are some nice, very hard to find rifles. I've examined them. I've had my hands on every one of them. All of these have a cleaning rod with the exception of one. The second one here, the 147, and we'll come back to it in a moment. This 147 at $7.99 does not have a cleaning rod. We've been providing cleaning rods. This is a 10-inch cleaning rod, and I'm out of the 10-inch cleaning rods. I do not have them. But they can be accessed. If you buy that gun, you want a rod for it, it's a 10-inch cleaning rod. George's going to show the last two, and then we'll tag this thing and we'll get out of here for today. There's that really nice AR. And then the Beauty Queen, that B&Z at $12.99. That's an expensive rifle, but you're getting a lot of rifle and a very desirable rifle for that money. Folks, thank you for watching this. Thank you for having an interest in what we're doing. We're trying to be fair with it, as I said. Again, if this is not your bag, if you're not into surplus, we're just doing this through the end of the month of August. All of our surplus that we had rounded up to do this with is going to be ran out by the end of August. And in September, we've got some promos on some commercial stuff that's coming up that I think you'll also find very interesting. But we appreciate you joining us. These will go hot tomorrow at noon. Until then, thank you as always for watching us at www.classicfirearms.com.